What's going on, everybody? It's the Mike and Rich podcast.
Yo.
We are back.
Happy Sunday, bro.
Happy Sunday.
We made it.
How we doing today, man?
Oh, not bad. We had a little mini snowstorm down here in Georgia today.
Same here.
About that much.
No, ours just turned to rain. So.
Okay. See, ours didn't stick well because it rained all last night, all the way up until like it snowed. So like all the roads are fine. It's just like a little dusting on everybody's everybody's yard. So
I mean, any snow is just annoying, but I mean, if it's just a little bit, that's not too bad.
Yeah, it's not bad.
You know, I can't complain about it, but we definitely got a good show coming up today.
Yes,
we got a lot of stuff to talk about. There's been a lot of things going on, a lot of television, a lot of movies, a lot of cool things just coming out. I mean, 2022 is hitting hard, you know, especially when it comes to cinema. Yeah, what's going on in the chat? Say hi.
What's going on, chat? Yeah, so this week was definitely packed out, like you were saying. Last week not so much. It's going in waves,
It's definitely going in waves for sure. But that's a good thing though, man, because it's really hard to keep up with all this stuff.
A lot of it, yeah, it's definitely hard.
It is.
So what we got first on the agenda, man?
All right. Well, first on the agenda is Dexter, of course. Dexter's season finale.
I was waiting for this season finale all the way up until I finished it. So yeah, there's that. So
that's too funny.
I didn't really like the season finale, man. And I guess it came out last week, so we're definitely gonna have spoilers. So if you did not watch the season,
you should have watched Dexter already.
Of Dexter, I'm sorry, we're gonna ruin it for you. Just tune in next week or after you watch it.
Yeah, that's all. Or just fast forward if you're watching it. Right. Secondhand on YouTube or something.
Dexter
like that.
Spoilers coming at you.
But this is a little segment we like to call Dexter Deep Cuts. And Dexter is definitely a show that we hold near and dear to our hearts. Kind of stinks that it ended the way that it ended.
Again.
I mean, the last time it was a little weird, and it was open, so there was chance for possibility. There was possibilities.
Yeah.
And we just knew that he's a lumberjack. He grew a beard, and that was it. He was. He was out there in the world. And it wasn't good enough for us. It wasn't. We had to go and say something. We had to be like, come on, let's see what Dexter's up to.
End it properly, so.
And I mean, listen, the ending is the ending. It's not what I would have picked.
Yeah.
I feel like the whole season was kind of like jammed in just a little bit too much. But I mean, it's Dexter, so.
And I felt like the episodes were like really, really good up into that final.
Sure.
I felt like the pace was like picking up. It was like, okay, obviously he's gonna get cornered. Chief Smoking Fox is on the hunt.
Chief Smoking Fox.
She's almost there. And then. It's just like crazy. I felt like what they wanted to do was they were obviously fans of Breaking Bad and how that ended, because I think that's how they wanted to like show that last glimpse, the overhead view. It's just
I get it.
It worked for Breaking Bad. I don't feel it worked for Dexter as much,
Well, I mean, like again, I felt like there was some holes. I mean, like if we go back and we do a little rewind, like we talked about the whole ketamine and M99 thing. That was one. Now I get the whole wheel marks thing, and she connected it a little bit more, because like, they didn't really close the case.
I feel like they never hit on that with Lundy, and in the original stuff was the I don't think they ever mentioned.
I don't really remember
that they had that they were all drugged or whatnot, because you can't tell that after they've been in the water for however long. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just.
I don't know, man, but anyway.
And then they messed up the evidence, so they really only have pictures of it, and there would be no way to like link him to that now. What? Because like Maria's like thought processes, like it's just not gonna happen, man. So
no.
I felt like he wasn't too cornered. He definitely could have got out of it.
He definitely could have got out of it if he would have waited, but I mean,
it's all red, man.
it was so rushed. I mean, like, it was really out of character for Dexter to kill Logan.
Yeah.
But I mean,
Especially when he has always said that he's a good dude. You know
right.
what I'm saying? And he's definitely helped his kid with wrestling and he's a part of the community. And like for Dexter just to like randomly snap and kill like a super innocent dude,
But
it's just
you
like,
gotta think of it like this, you know, they're doing all these like reboots and sequels and different things like that. And that's kind of what this is. It's kind of like a reboot for Dexter, a
mm,
reboot ending. And I've always said, I mean, first off, I mean, I think I deserve a little hand clap. You know, like I definitely guessed right.
yeah.
But you know, I think that each character was somebody else, you know, like Harrison was the Dexter, you know, blah blah blah, whatever, but also that Logan was Dokes, you know, and you know, like he decided not to kill Dokes
Yeah.
before, and Lila killed it for him,
Yeah.
you know.
He was
And I
gonna
mean,
he
like,
was gonna frame him and leave him alive and let shit fly. You know what I'm
that
saying?
wouldn't
Wherever
have
it
worked.
lied.
It wouldn't have worked.
Dokes had evidence.
Yeah, it wouldn't have worked.
No.
Absolutely not. But I mean, like it was definitely a tough sell for
You know,
me.
the whole Batista thing. Like
That was a tease.
you're gonna
Such a
call
fucking
him and
tease with
tell
the
him
Batista.
to
Come
come
on.
on back and he's on his way and blah 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 and then that's it. Like that's it. You
I
know.
know. I was disappointed with the whole Batista thing too. It was like all like huh and no like
Mm-mm.
actual fucking you know like
Yeah.
evidence or anything. Like it was rough. And I mean I get it that like oh like some people are saying like oh they're leaving it open for the season and like you know him
Mm.
and Chief Smoke and Fox are gonna get together and they're gonna like
Hatch
figure
it
all this
out.
stuff
Yeah.
out and
It's
whatever.
not gonna happen,
I
man.
mean it would have been cooler if like Batista came and like saw Harrison and talked to Harrison because he would have like took him in.
Hmm.
You know what I mean? Like he would have like raised him right. You know, like that would have been kind of cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, like he, I don't know, man. It was like, should I leave with my dad
Mm.
or should I just leave and kill my dad? You
Yeah,
know,
it was like
like
kind of weird because like it
he
was
left anyway.
he left anyway and then like the whole thing of Harrison is like pissed off because his dad left him, and then now look at you. You're homeless again and you don't have a
Uh-huh.
dad again. You
They
know what
don't
I'm
have a
saying?
dad,
That's
but he
what
was smiling,
that's what you chose. You chose to
driving.
go right back to where you were in the first place.
I know.
For what? For what? For what? All for
For
nothing.
what?
All that was for nothing. What? So Harrison could be right back where the fuck he was before the thing started. And come on, man.
I feel like Dexter is just a show that we're never going to be happy with the way that they
Nah,
ended
probably
it.
not.
You know, they had original writers, they, you know, had original cast and cast
Mm-hmm.
members, you know, like they did what they thought was right for the show.
Yeah.
And maybe we don't agree with it 100%, but I mean, it was kind of coming down to something like this anyway. I mean, like I felt it immediately. That's why I guessed it,
Yeah.
you know, like, and I felt like it ended in such a fast little package, you know,
Yeah.
instead of they could have strung it out for like 2 or 3 seasons
Yeah,
for sure.
definitely. And for
They
like
should have.
obviously Dexter was always gonna keep that little piece of information in his back pocket, about where Kurt's thing is. I felt like he could have bargained that a little bit better.
Yeah.
I would have been like, "Hey, listen, I will show you some stuff that will turn your stomach, but you gotta leave that door open. That's all you gotta
Yeah.
do. You leave
Yeah.
that door open.
I don't think she would have did it though.
You
I
don't
don't think
think
she
so?
would have. No, she was too by the book and
See,
she was too mad at herself for letting
Dexter
herself be
knew he
deceived.
can get her out of the office by
Well,
giving
yeah,
her that little bit because,
for sure.
that was the whole point of that whole exercise. He knew he could do that. So I'm pretty sure he could have sniggled his way to be like, "Hey man, leave that door open and I'll give you everything you want and more.
Yeah.
25 years worth. This whole board's worth. I'll tell you where they all are. Leave that door open."
Yeah. I
You
don't know,
know.
man. I don't
But
think
he
she would have
got
did it.
but you know what? He did eventually get out and he had his chance to go, but he had to be stupid and call Harrison from the coach's phone. If he didn't do that, he would have no idea and everything would have been gravy.
I hear you, man.
But Dexter's stupid. You know, every time every time he made a mistake, even in the old show, it was like really like stupid mistakes. It's
It was
like
a dumb mistake.
it was dumb. It's like, okay, like why did you like you wanted to get caught, you know, at that point.
At that point, it definitely
Like
seemed like he wanted to get caught. I mean, like I've always kind of felt like he had like a little underlay of wanting to get caught.
yeah, well, it's the thrill of it, you know. It's the thrill of squeaking by, or you know, whatever the case may be. And so he thought he was gonna go live happy hunky dory after killing Coach, you know, with Harrison, and he wouldn't have questioned it. You know, Harrison's not that far along for him to be like, yeah, that's cool that you did that. You know, Harrison didn't even want to leave there. Like he thought everything was gonna be fine, hunky dory, them staying there. Obviously,
oh man, it was so it was a little painful. It was,
you know, like
because it I definitely saw what they were trying to do, but I just didn't agree with the way that they were going about it, man. I couldn't get behind it because it was just too final, and Harrison's nothing like Dexter,
yeah.
like
And you
he
can't
really
continue
isn't.
a show with him because I wouldn't watch it.
Yeah, I don't know that I would watch it either. Or I mean, like, I don't know that it would be good. I mean, like, yeah, maybe, seeing some of the legacy cast like Batista, where they brought somebody else back, maybe that would work. But I don't know. I think this was pretty final. So
Yeah, I think
I
so
mean,
too. I think it's done. I think they closed the chapter on Dexter and Jim Lindsay.
yeah, and James Lindsay is the author.
Jeff,
So
I thought his name was
I thought
Jeff
that
Lindsay. His
was
name's
maybe it's Jeff. Yeah,
yeah,
you're right.
it's
You're right.
Jeff Lindsay, and that's
Yeah.
why they did the Jim Lindsay thing.
Yeah, which was pretty cool.
So
I
yeah, that
like
was
that.
pretty cool. Like a little ode to the creator. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I wish that there was more, but I mean, hey, what are you gonna do?
What are
Like
you gonna do, man?
we wanted an ending and we got an ending, like that was
Yeah.
it. I mean, look at Sopranos, look at Breaking Bad. I
Yeah.
mean, like all these
Lost,
anti-heroes,
you know, like there's so many, and you know, and nobody's ever gonna like that final episode and be like, that was so good and I'm so happy about it. And
I don't
like
know. There's
Breaking
only
Bad,
one show that I've
Breaking
seen
Bad
that was
was
like that.
good, man. Like the last of it was good. How do you expect that to end? You know,
Sure.
like it's just like obviously they didn't do the Jesse thing, and that's why they did El Camino. A lot of
Right.
people weren't even happy with El Camino, you know,
No,
as
I wasn't.
this is what happened to Jesse afterwards, you know, but well, they want him to keep going. Everybody loves Jesse, you know what I'm saying? Like they're
They
still, you
do.
know, he's still young and he got away. Like shit, you
Yeah.
know, like but I think that'll be later on down the road, I think,
Who,
you know.
who knows, man? Who knows?
I
I
don't
mean,
think they're
Better Call
done.
Saul is going to be
There's a lot of
ending,
money.
so
Yeah, there's a lot of money in that,
sure.
you know.
Barrels full.
Barrels full.
Yeah, no, there was only one show that I've ever really seen that had like such a perfect ending to the show, and that's something that Michael C. Hall was in, and that's 6 Feet Under.
Okay.
6 Feet Under, super spoilers if you haven't seen
Dun,
it.
dun, dun.
But the show is basically about a family that runs a funeral home, and Michael C. Hall is one of the people, and they show the very ending, like what their future is a little bit, and then just how everybody dies, every single person, like whether it was 5 years or 10 years since like the last episode or whatever, but they show everybody's
There's a lot of shows that do that. There was one on what's that one on Netflix that was doing it to the haunted house or whatever.
Haunting on Hill House,
It
maybe.
was
I don't
it
know.
was something like that. The second one was like Bly Manor or whatever. There was like two of them, but it was like the same thing where they kept showing like glimpses of like, you know, 20, 30 years in the future of like this is what all happened, you know.
Yeah.
And they kind of just keep going back and forth all the way to the end. It's kind of cool way to kind of like Tarantino stylish, you know.
Sure.
It's super chopped up. I think a lot of Netflix shows are doing that nowadays, you know.
Yeah, they're biting off 6 Feet Under for sure, unless they took it for somebody else. But I always thought that was a cool ending. But it's sad to see Dexter go. But all right, how many deep cuts are you gonna give Dexter?
Oh man, see, and that stinks because like I really, really, really like this season all the way up into the end. So like,
I mean,
and
give it a grade.
I know. In the
How many
final
deep cuts?
episodes, in the final episode, actually, they ranked it on IMDb as like the least favorite of all the episodes.
Sure.
So if we're gonna go at a 10, I don't know, probably like a 7.
7 deep cuts.
Like a 7 for New Blood. Dexter New Blood.
All right.
What about you?
I'm going to say like an 8.3.
Like an 8.3, going a little
Like an
higher. Okay.
8.3. I mean, it was tough. It was not what I expected, but it was a hell of a ride. And it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
And you can't eat ice cream
Shout
every
out to
day.
Clancy Brown, bro. How cool was Clancy
Yeah.
Brown
He was good.
in
He
this
was good,
series?
but you can't eat ice cream every day. You can't have your favorite things all the time.
No.
And sometimes things gotta end. And unfortunately, Dexter ended. And I mean, it's sad to see it go. Was it proper? I don't think so.
Yeah.
But I mean, that's just my opinion. I feel like they should have went for like 3 seasons. I
Maybe.
feel like it would have been worth it.
Sure.
Just because it was such a hype show and such like a crazy, like, I wouldn't say cult following,
Well,
but
they
they
had
had
a lot of
crazy following
character. They had a lot of characters that they could have still tapped into, and a lot of
for
story that they
sure.
could have
A
did.
lot of story. There's so many things that they could have done. They
Dexter on
could
the
have went them
run.
on the
Dexter on the
run.
run would be cool.
Dexter in jail would have been cool, a couple seasons or a season,
Yeah.
like they did with House. They put him in jail for a season.
Mhm.
Like they put Dexter in jail for a season, and like, what has he got to lose? Why couldn't they put him in jail for a little while, like, and
Yeah.
show him like messing people up in jail, and do the same type of thing and just keep getting a sentence added and added and added and added till like, I don't know, get the body count up,
Get that
like
body count up,
there was
bro.
only a couple murders in this season.
There was only a couple. So
I
started
don't
off
know.
with Matt Caldwell.
Yeah. I mean, he definitely deserved it, but to the extent that the snowball effect did,
Mm,
it was a bullshit kill.
it was a bullshit kill for sure.
If Dexter would have just kept his cool, he kept his cool for how many years?
That had nothing to do with that other rich guy in town that they made this whole big like
Right?
I'm
What was
against
up
this
that lead
guy.
up?
And like, oh, we're protesting him, and he meets with them on the side of the road. Like, what? And then nothing, and then
And then
nothing from
nothing.
that. Like,
No
come
lead up from that.
on,
No lead up from Batista.
come
Yeah, they didn't show
on.
you how the murder fuck kill chick got killed. They didn't show you that.
Yeah,
Like, there was so many different things that I was just like, why? Come on, show me,
yeah.
tell me, and
Nothing on
it
that
wasn't
tape
there.
recorder that she found. That you know
I
what I'm
know,
saying?
I
Like,
know. And I mean, like, I would have rated it a little bit lower if the whole season
I'm about to change it. Just talking about
wasn't just, I mean, like, it's different because I don't know, man. I guess, like, I really loved Dexter when it came out, and I was just like a hardcore fan. And I remember like going to Comic Cons and stuff, them selling like pieces of like their clothes, and people going bananas
it.
because they're like on blood slides. And I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
like,
yeah.
this was a big deal. I still had the lanyards for that stuff. Like, it was huge, man.
Yeah.
And for them to like kind of just give us one more season, I feel like, and just end it so like final. I feel like I'm a little disappointed with it,
All
but
right.
it is what it is, man.
It is what it is, and that is Dexter's deep cuts for now. For now.
For now. Dun dun dun. All right, guys. So obviously Dexter's not going to be on the roster anymore. So if you guys got any ideas for any new shows, I mean, we have one new segment that we'll be pulling out later today.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You'll
But
like that one. You'll like
yeah,
that
for
one.
sure, for sure. But if there's any television shows or movies that you guys want us to review, let us know in the chats. Let us know on YouTube. Give us a follow, give us a like, so you guys know when we're live on Twitch. It's usually Sundays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time.
Eastern Standard Time.
So yeah, check it out. But all right. So what else we get into today, man?
All right. Well, I did finish up Shadow and Bone this week, which was
That's right.
really cool. All right, so let me tell you about the story about this. So I'm like
break it down.
breaking it down. So I'm flipping through Netflix, right, and come across Shadow and Bone, and I was like, and it's like, oh, ready for season 2 or something like that. And I was like, season 2? I don't even know what this is. Season 2. Watch trailer a little bit. It's kind of on the fantasy side and stuff like that.
Sure.
So, and I'm into kind of stuff like that. So,
Okay.
ended up throwing it on. Watched it in like 2 sittings, dude. Like 8 episodes. Just binged it, dude. It was that good. It was so good. Like it was
Nice.
unexpectedly good. I love shows that pop up like that. They're little diamonds in the rough.
Yeah.
it's about like this fantasy world. It's very close to kind of like Avatar, like how they have powers. Like there's certain people who have fire powers, and there's certain people who have wind powers, and they find out when they're
Okay.
young, and when they test everybody. So if you don't have powers, you're just a normal person, And if you do have powers, they take you and they train you, and you're in this like the kingdom or whatever.
Sure.
But it ended up being like the world that they live in, like this continent is like split directly in half because there's this like black void in the middle. And they obviously want to get back and forth because there's like towns and people and stuff that live on the other side. And it's like miles long, right? And then when you go into this black void, there's like monsters and there's like, they kind of look like gargoyles, but like demigorgon faces and stuff like that, and they just come down and they snatch people up and they kill them. So it's very hard to get from one end to the other. And there's people
Right.
who like smuggle people that go back and forth, and there's this one guy who keeps like tallies on his arm of how many times he's actually made it through the void. And it's just like it's crazy, bro.
That's kind of cool.
you
Okay,
know
like tattoos or something.
yeah, he just scratches another line in there because it's like extremely
Oh,
difficult to get through there, like nobody makes it. Like it's very
that's
rare somebody
cool.
makes it. And they have to like the only way you can do is go around it, but there's mountains on the one side and there's like an ocean on the other side. So it's just like there's nothing to do but go through it. Most of the time you die. So
That
and
sounds wild.
yeah,
What's that on Netflix?
that's on Netflix. Yeah, it's got the dude from Westworld in it. I forgot the guy's name, but it's like the tall, slender, good-looking guy or whatever.
Okay.
He's in it. There's a couple other little, other actors and stuff that pop up in there. But definitely a good watch, man. And then I was talking to a buddy of mine, and he's like, "Dude, I love that show." He's like, "I read all the books. The books are like even better." He's
That's
like,
cool.
he's like, definitely check out the books if you like the show. Um,
That's cool, man.
so probably not going to check out the books, but I will wait for season 2 because it was definitely a good story, man. I'm in. There's I'm definitely sold on it, and can't wait for season 2. So it's definitely a good watch. It's only 8 episodes, so I would highly suggest it to anybody who likes fantasy or any kind of like
Sure.
show like that. So
That's cool, man. I'll definitely have to check that out. Like Netflix always has a lot of cool, like little diamonds in the rough, like you said.
sure.
Like there's been a few that like have like 1 or 2 seasons that I definitely have
And it's
watched and
right
checked
along the
out. But
lines of like Lock and Key, Stranger Things, like Umbrella
sure,
Academy. I feel like that's like a weird little category of like little fantasy, shows and stuff like
sure.
that are kind of like they're not real, but it's nostalgia based.
Yeah,
So
for sure.
it's kind of like that. I feel so if you like fantasy stuff, that's definitely pretty cool.
Nice,
And
man.
after you
Definitely
watch
let's
it,
check
we'll
it out.
have more conversations about it because there's some things I want to bring up about it. That's just like,
Uh-oh.
come on, man, why would you do that?
All right, that's cool.
Like,
I mean, I don't got too much to. I mean, like I've definitely been watching a lot of TV, a lot of movies this week
hmm
for sure.
sure.
But I don't have too much on the roster, other than our next segment.
All right, what we
All
got?
right, so what we doing? Number 2.
Oh, you
All
want to do
right.
Peacemaker? Yeah, let's talk about
Yeah.
Peacemaker. We got a nice little cool overlay for it. Here we go. Nice.
Yes.
Keeping the peace with Peacemaker.
Keeping the peace with Peacemaker. All right, man. So this is HBO Max's new awesome show, starring John Cena, of course.
Yeah,
As Peacemaker. We're not going to give too many spoilers, but we'll talk a little bit about it. They dropped 3 episodes. Did you get to watch all 3?
I did.
Okay.
Like
So I mean,
today,
like,
so.
so it's fresh. Okay, cool. So the first thing is the opening. The opening, like with the dance, like
It's
that.
like super
It's wild.
80s out because like John
Oh, I
Cena
love it.
loves the 80s, like his
Yeah, so it's
character
80s
in it.
hair metal.
Yeah, he's like all about the 80s, all the music's from the 80s. Obviously James Gunn is a huge 80s fan.
Yeah.
You could tell that with a lot of his work that he does.
Yeah, I mean, like Guardians of the Galaxy and stuff like that.
The
Still,
way
it
he
has
uses
that
the
feel.
lights too. He uses a lot of neon lights and things.
Sure.
It's just like it's super 80s out. It definitely
Yeah,
is.
it's really cool. I mean, like I mean, after I watched it and I watched the first episode, the first thing that came to my mind was he's like the DC of Deadpool.
That's what he is. That's
Like
exactly what this show is. This is like Deadpool,
DC Deadpool or
DC
Deadpool.
Deadpool.
Yeah, for sure.
Exactly.
Like it's funny. It has, like adult humor.
Yeah.
It's it's just like it throws out like little things here and there, just like of like lore of like DC and like
Oh yeah,
dumb
yeah.
characters that we're probably never gonna see.
They
And then
like
him
talk
like
about
dogging
Aquaman,
Aquaman.
like yeah, they talk about Aquaman like fucking fish and shit like that, like
Oh
giving
my
handies
god.
to sturgeon fish out in the back.
Oh my god, that was the best. That was the best. I mean, like him dancing in
uh,
his underwear, just like funny stuff. The eagle.
and it's funny too. All right, so the eagle's really funny. Like the eagle hugging him, he's like, "Oh my god, do you see
Take a
this?"
picture.
He's like, "Take get my phone."
His dad didn't even care.
Yeah. So, and I thought it was funny. Like his dad's about, like, dude, that guy is such an awesome actor. I love
Oh
that guy.
yeah,
Like
for sure.
everything he does, he's like T1000, bro. Like he's like
Yeah.
so cool. And like his little jail scene, I knew it was gonna be like that too. I was like,
Oh, I had a feeling it was gonna be like that too, but he's like something in Hydra as well
Oh,
too.
is it?
So like
Okay.
I believe he's like a Hydra scientist that like they like hire on the side. So like that's how he like makes all those Peacemaker helmets and stuff. Now, did you
Okay.
happen to see like the ending of each episode? Because like after the credits, there's like a little like tiny clip that has
There.
nothing to do with the show.
Okay, it's weird because I think I watched like one or two of them, but I didn't know what it was or anything like that. Because I know they show you a preview of like the next episode.
They show you a preview, but I believe it's before the preview. But they showed like like when he shows him all the helmets. So he says like one of them, he's like, this helmet will give you scabies.
Yeah.
Like
That's funny.
It's just too funny. He's like,
He
every
had
man
cool
should have
helmets,
scabies.
man.
He had some cool that Sonic Boom helmet's pretty nuts.
Yeah, he picked a good one. I was wondering which one he picked. But the chick that he picked up at the bar was funny.
Yeah, that was cool for sure. And him stealing the records and CDs and stuff.
Him stealing
like,
the records and
hilarious.
CDs. It was funny because my wife's watching. She's like, "Why is he doing that?" I was like, "Because he like loves all that chick stuff, dude. Like he wants to steal it all."
Oh my god, it was too funny, man. It really was. It's a great new show
It's a good
on
show.
HBO Max.
It's really good.
It's super
It's funny.
like it's just funny.
It's
just super funny. It's badass. Like they changed the WB and the DC logo so it has like doves and blood like in the background. It's like
he gets mad because like the sniper rifle they got him isn't engraved, like it doesn't have his engraving on it, so he like draws his own with a Sharpie, and he's just so mad about it because
he was so mad about it.
Oh, that's so good. And it picks up like right after Suicide Squad too. It's like literally.
So you don't even really need to go back and watch Suicide Squad.
They give you like a little rundown.
You can if you want to.
Yeah,
but they give you a rundown. They give you a nice little rundown for sure.
Yeah.
Of Suicide Squad and just like basically it goes like right into it. It's just a nice neat little package for sure.
It's good, man. It's really good. And it's funny too because like it's just like what's gonna happen next, man, because you never know with this kind of show. It's very, like I said, it's very much like Deadpool, where it's like they're gonna go for shock value. Him jumping down the balconies was like the funniest thing, like because he's just he's not a graceful dude and he doesn't pretend to be like he's too bulky to be a superhero.
I know, that's why the dancing is so funny, because he's just like all the time
all
just like
like him
it's
back
hilarious.
and forth with the janitor dude was like,
that was great,
so good, man.
Like the first like 5 minutes.
He was like, well, you're kind of racist, man. He's like, you kill a lot of minorities and not enough white people. He's like, all right, I promise going forward, I'll kill more white people.
That's too funny. We got some chatter in the chats.
Oh yeah, what we got?
Greetings from Wakanda.
Wakanda forever,
Wakanda
bro.
Forever.
Wow.
What's going on in Wakanda?
Yeah, what is
that movie's delayed.
It's a little delayed.
Delayed again. They need to pick that up, but
they just I feel like they don't know how to do it. Peacemaker's count. We're talking about Peacemaker.
Yeah. Forget Marvel just for a minute. We don't give DC its due, man. DC needs.
I know DC never gets its due with us, but
it never does. It never does.
How about his
Peacemaker's killing it?
How about his homie, dude? That like kept following him, man. What's his name?
Oh, the Vigilante. Vigilante is super funny.
He's so
the whole
good.
scene where like Peacemaker's crying.
Yeah.
And the whole Louis C.K. bit, like that was hilarious.
That was
The whole
really
show
good.
is just like making me laugh so hard.
Yeah, it's really
And
good.
like it's such a fun little ride. It comes on every Thursday,
Is it
HBO
Thursday?
Max.
Okay.
It's a Thursday show, so definitely check it out. That's cool because what Boba comes on Wednesday, right?
Boba's on Wednesday.
So we got Boba, and then we got Peacemaker. So that's a nice little week for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Definitely looking forward to the next one. It's cool. I feel a little spoiled that they dropped 3 episodes. So like, we're gonna have to wait now episode
You're
to
in.
episode, but
You're
that's all
in.
right. It's a fun little ride. I hope they give us a bunch of seasons. I pump it out fast, please.
Oh yeah.
It's so funny. Everybody's going crazy on TikTok. They're like trying to do the dance and stuff like that. Like,
it's gonna be a good dance, man. I was gonna say what, and the music's cool too. I'm digging the music throughout the thing. Him dancing around in his underwear was so funny, man. And like the chick coming up behind him with the knife, like,
oh yeah, that was crazy.
At
first I was like, how is this chick like even keeping up with him right now? Like, what's going on? Did he lose his edge or something? But she was a butterfly, and we didn't know what that even meant. We still kind of don't
kind of know what that means.
We saw them eating whatever, like honey or whatever it was, some goo.
Yeah, that was crazy when he was like, don't worry, I'll do it, scoot over. He's like,
yeah, and he had no problem.
Like, it was so good.
Yeah, the vigilante. It's super funny. The judo master. They have like so many different little names for everybody, and like it's super funny. They got Dye Beard, like that was pretty funny.
Dye Beard's funny.
The
girl's funny cool too. The home, what's her name? Like home court or something.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, or hardcore. That's what it is. Hardcore.
Oh, hardcore. Yeah.
She's pretty cool. I think she's a pretty cool actress. Obviously, she's like the sexy chick of the show. I think she's gonna be cool because she's like super secret agent and stuff like that.
Yeah, and that was pretty neat. She seems like she has like a wallet.
Oh my
it's
god,
definitely
dude.
like
the one
it's a cool little sitcom thing,
dude. The one chick who like got the screenshot from her girlfriend, bro. Like that was funny.
So bad.
Like the whole show is just funny, man. It's like I don't think you can go like 3 minutes without like laughing. Like,
maybe they're playing it like that. You gotta have a joke every couple minutes. Something funny, and
like
then it's killing it. It's crushing it. Definitely check out Peacemaker, HBO Max, Thursdays. And that was Keeping the Peace
with
Peacemaker.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about that show. It's really funny. I'm glad I started watching it.
Yeah, no, it's great. I ripped through it. I couldn't resist. It was too good, man. And I'm just really happy that we got something new like that. Like for sure. Like HBO is killing it. So
yes, sir.
Especially because we're on hiatus from Titans, and
I know, man.
You know how I feel about that.
I know. Well, you know what? I think HBO will pick up back here in a little bit. You got a couple months, and then House of Dragon's going to come out, and then they'll start rocking and rolling with that
for sure. I'm excited for that. But all right, man. So I went to the movie theaters this week. I went to the
What'd you see?
Went to the AMC. This is what I saw. Right, it was Scream 5.
Scream 5.
Well, they didn't call it Scream 5. They just called it Scream.
Scream V.
And that's because this is not just a reboot or a sequel. It is a requel. Is what they coined. A requel. So I mean, like, no spoilers at all. Don't watch the fourth movie and think you're going in there prepared. Watch the first movie, and then you can watch it, because it's going to be all stuff in the first movie. 4 was kind of like what we should have got for this movie. Like it should have been reversed.
Okay, I
think it would have worked reversed. But it was definitely different. The legacy cast is in there, of course. You got Nev Campbell, Courtney Cox, and David Arquette, and they definitely all crush it. Nice. I don't feel like they got as much screen time as everybody would have liked them to get.
They got a lot of newbies in there.
It was a lot of newbies, for sure, and it was still okay because Ghostface was there, so it still like felt familiar. Sure. Like I was like, all right, you still got one, like one cool element, but I can say the kills were different.
Was it in Woodsboro?
It was in Woodsboro. Okay. It's the first one they did without Wes Craven. So Wes Craven was director on all of them
except this one.
Except for this one. So they had a lot of like little hat tips to them. They named one character Wes, and they have like a little thing at the end of the movie, like just like for Wes Craven, so I thought that was pretty neat. Are we going to get any more Scream movies? Probably.
Probably.
But I don't know if they're going to strike as fast. I mean, like they, switch hands from Miramax to Paramount, and I don't know if that was the best move for the franchise or not, but who am I to say? I could say this, that the kills were cooler, bloodier, gorier, more like today's style, and still retro. Like that's all I'm gonna say.
Retro.
So like
okay.
Every Scream fan will definitely like it. Ghostface was amazing as always.
Okay.
And like
so what is his number come up as when he calls you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I mean, like he always steals people's phones and clones phones and stuff. So
it's always like their friend's phone calling them. Okay. Yes. Okay. That was my one question going into it, because with technology, it's just like, I'm not going to answer that. It's a spam call. You know what I'm saying? Now, if it
the one thing that was unbelievable in the movie was the fact that this girl had a landline.
Okay.
That was the one thing. She had a landline and she had her cell phone. And the landline, of course, was like an unknown number. So like she didn't answer that shit, you know, and she was just texting her friend and stuff. But I mean, like they kind of show that in the preview a little bit.
Okay.
So I'm not giving any spoilers, but it was a great ride.
People,
I hope that they do more with it. It would be a cool new twist, but I don't see how they're going to. I don't see how they would lead in at least the legacy cast anymore. Like, they could kind of weed them out. But I don't know, man. I mean, like,
how many stabs did you give it?
I mean, like, I liked the movie. I did. It's tough, man. I think I'd give it like a 7.
7 stabs.
7.3.
7.3 stabs.
7.3 stabs. Now, the reason why I didn't give it any higher is just because, like, I feel like this was the Scream we should have got a couple years ago.
Okay.
I feel like my like ranking would go like maybe like 1 2, maybe this new one. So 1 2 5 3 4. Okay. And actually no, 4 3.
4 3. I was gonna say.
Yeah. Sorry, because I did like 4, but 3 was a little, it was a little wonky. But
that's the cousin one, right? Or the brother, or her brother, or something like that.
Brother or stepbrother, something.
Stepbrother,
like that. Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, like if I was in the writer's room again, I wouldn't have let this happen. Because
I wouldn't have let everybody down.
I mean, like I knew who the killer was.
We guessed
pretty much like
when we seen the trailer.
Yeah.
Remember when we seen the trailer? We talked about it.
I remember. And I mean, like,
I still didn't see it.
It kind of stinks that it was like that, but it's still, even going in knowing that, I still felt like it was a good ride.
Okay.
I liked it, and I really just liked going to the movies. It's been a while. Like I said, I saw Spider-Man, and like,
hey man, I had a great time seeing Spider-Man, bro.
AMC movies is just like, it's a great experience.
It's a good experience, man. And we've been doing it for a long time, and then all of a sudden 2 years ago, nobody goes to the movies anymore.
Right.
So, we're getting back to it slowly but surely.
Yeah, but it was good. I definitely would recommend it for sure. It was a fun ride, like I said, but
I like it.
That was Scream 5.
That was it, bro. 7.3 stabs.
7.3 stabs for sure. We got a lot of stabs and cuts going on tonight. All right, so let's go to our homeland in space, and let's choose some fat.
Dun,
what do you say? Chewing the fat.
I love this.
All right, so Boba Fett, Book of Boba Fett.
Boba.
It's on Disney Plus,
Wednesdays.
And it's on every Wednesday. Now, the reason why I'm laughing a little bit is because, all right, let's face it, this should have came out before Mando.
Yeah.
It just should have.
Yeah.
And it's really, Mando stole all its thunder.
Yeah. Absolutely. I agree 110%.
It's really tough to get into it because it's slow. And I'm trying, Fabs. I'm trying to get into it. And I'm going to stay for the whole ride, of course. But speaking of rides, let's talk about the Power Rangers. Let's talk about how they have their own
The little
motorcycles.
motorcycles, bro.
Uh, Cobra Kai and Miyagi Do are
Well, you know
in
what,
this.
man? Like when he first like met up with them, I was like, all right, well, that's gonna be the crew. Obviously, he
Yeah.
needs to kind of create an army, and these punk kids, obviously, is his prime time targets to pick up. But when they busted out those bikes, bro, it was like they were like Vespas, but they only go like 10 miles an hour, and it was just like it didn't even remotely look fast at all, dude. It was like you could get off and like walk and like probably be faster than it, bro. It's like it reminded me of like those rides in front of like the supermarkets where you're just like,
it was nuts. I mean, like I can't fully dog it. Okay. I'm, I just can't, because the whole Dark Wookiee thing,
Dark Wookiee
that
thing
was
was cool,
bitching.
bro.
That was bitching.
I wouldn't have let him
But
go.
I mean, the Power Ranger speed bikes, I could have did without.
Mm-hmm.
Why weren't they a different color?
The
Why
new
did they have?
Rancor, the new
Why
Rancor,
can't they
bro.
just all have been gray? I mean, come on, let's just be real for a second. You're on Tatooine.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing shiny like that. There's sand and wind all over the place causing erosion. Let's be real for a
Let's
second.
be real.
Like those bikes were nice and shiny and new, but they couldn't afford water.
Nope.
What's going on with that?
I don't know what
So
that is,
like,
bro.
I don't know, man. Like I know that I'm digging a little deep into the bikes, but
No, you're not. No, you're not. Because everything on that planet looks like ass because of the sun and the sand and the wind. Okay, that's the
just
whole
saying.
thing, bro. You're right.
I'm just
You're
saying,
right.
like I expect more. I expect
I
more,
thought they were
especially
gonna
from
jump
Boba
off
Fett.
and morph, bro. Like it was
Yeah.
just like
Now they changed the game a little bit. Now, in the same episode that I'm dogging about the Power Rangers, they pull out fucking Machete and they got Danny
no,
Trejo
dude. And
and
it's
a Rancor.
and
And
and a
a
rancor. And you
Rancor.
know what? We were talking about that last week or the week before about like who
Yes.
breeds these freaking things. Like that. Well,
Yes.
there you go.
We got a
We
Rancor,
got a
which is
rancor.
so awesome, man.
He
And
was like,
like
I want to ride that bitch right now.
oh my god, this is gonna be so great.
Yeah.
I know that it's a big lead, and I know that we're dogging and we're saying it's a little slow and stuff like that. But like, all right, we're on episode 3 already, and I wanna be just a little bit more in the Rancor. Got me, you got me with the Rancor.
That was
All
cool,
right,
dude. And Danny Trejo.
but yes, Machete.
Machete.
But I need you to pick it up.
Ooh.
I need you to pick it up a little bit. Let's do it. Come on, come on. I want to be more excited for this than I am. I mean, like I like it, but I mean, we watch a lot of stuff, and like I'm not gonna softball this,
Johnny says
like at
Boba
all.
rules. Dun dun dun.
Listen, I know Boba rules. I'm not saying that it doesn't, but like I want them to pick it up a little bit more. What'd you think of those speeder bikes, Johnny? The Power Rangers or Voltron bikes, whatever you want to call
Or
them. Like
like
I was waiting for them to like connect and like
or like
morph into something.
Boba Fett coughs and he has to jump in this thing for 17 hours and rejuvenate
What's up with
himself.
that? What's up with that? I mean, maybe he has some kind of disease or something we don't know
I
about.
don't know, man. That's
like
weak right there, bro. You're trying to come back in and be gangster and like, rule by respect off the rip. Even,
yeah.
like I don't know, man. You gotta do something a little bit that, but
Well, they're showing us the reason why he's not the same Boba Fett that we remember. They're
yeah,
showing
there's
us that like
stuff happened to him.
when he went with those Tusken Raiders, the Sand People, when he went there, it changed his perspective on life.
Yeah.
And his whole viewpoint on everything. And so we're seeing like a new type of Boba. And I get that. I understand, but I want more action and less fucking fancy.
Well, I was gonna say he came back and they were all gone, so and that
more action, less fancy bikes.
Less
That's what I
fancy bikes.
If they're not gonna morph and transform into like some cool ass droid, then I don't know what you're doing.
Ain't gonna happen.
I don't know.
Ain't gonna happen.
I know I'm being funny and dogging on it, but I do like the show. I'm gonna keep watching it. I have faith that it's gonna pick up and it's gonna be just as cool. But I feel like this should have came before Mando.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mando crushed it, dude.
Mando crushed it. It was a great show, and like they had the same feel.
Yeah.
That's what it is. They had the same feel. You should have reversed it. You should have reversed it.
Yeah. Or don't make
Why
it
didn't
such
you
a
reverse it?
Western. See, I think they kind of messed up by keeping him on
Ultra
Tatooine.
droid.
What's that? Okay.
I said the chats are saying ultra droid.
Yeah.
So silly.
It's super silly, man. So I don't know. Hopefully, you're right, man. It's a little slow, and for them to compete with Mando, even though they're not really competing for it, but like once Mando season 2 comes out or the next season comes out, like it's just gonna be like
Great.
3. Yeah, I was gonna say it's just like the space western, and it's like the staple.
Sure.
Where this one's just like
I get it.
they
I
bought
get
the
it.
character.
Right.
They got the character. That's what they literally. That's it, man. It's like, well, we have Boba Fett. What do we do with him? Let's just put him in town and let's and it's just like
I don't
kind
know.
of boring,
I feel like
dude.
it's just a hair slow.
Yeah.
It's just a hair slow. Pick it up, guys. Show me some more Wookiee fights. That's why you set him free.
He's just not even like killing anybody though. He's just
No.
like let's recruit him. I get it, but you gotta be a badass, dude. If you're gonna run like a spot in Tatooine,
He's different thinking. Like I said, like the whole Tusken Raider thing changed him. And he like accepted that like tribe's way of life to a degree.
But now he got it easy because the Hutts left. Now obviously they're not out of the picture or whatnot. There's other people that are gonna probably want this territory and everything. And
yeah, well, that's what they said. They said the mayor gave it to those fish people or whatever.
To the fish people. So it was funny that guy leaving though all quick, and he was like, he's always giving him the slip.
He was in that cool little speedster, like that was neat. I liked it, and it was, what color was it, man? Do you remember? It wasn't neon, right?
It wasn't neon.
Nah, it was like a dirty metal gray color.
It looked like it was from there.
Yeah, looked like a fit. Looked like a fit. Didn't look like Power Rangers.
Oh man, so the CGI guy messed up, bro. He just wanted to put cool bikes.
He's like, let's render them different colors and make them pretty cool because they're droid people. Like I get it, like that, like their bodies look cool. I'll give you that. The whole little, eye thing and whatever, and the laser hand. That's pretty neat. I'll give you that, but come on.
Yeah. And what's that dude's name that was the guy who was selling the water? I forget his name. He's in a bunch of stuff.
Have no idea, but he's in a bunch of stuff. He's on King of the Hill.
He was on Boardwalk Empire. He's a cool actor. I don't think he's done from the show either,
No, I don't think so either. I think he's more evil than you think.
Yeah. I think so too. I think he's involved in like some syndicate or something like that there. And
yeah, but I mean, like the way that the show's going, I feel like they laid enough story that like the next one's gonna be pure action. It needs to be. Give it to me, Fabs. I want more action.
I know. Have we seen him shoot his gun yet? He like stands there with it all the time,
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't think I've seen him shoot it yet.
Yeah, he's like always like changing his outfit. He's in and out of it.
I know. He's always taking his helmet off, bro.
Yeah.
How you gonna act like a Mando but not act like a Mando? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't think he really follows the rules.
I think Mando should come and fight Boba Fett for wearing Mando outfit, and he's not a Mando.
They're not gonna do that. So. But that'd be cool. But that was chewing the fat, man.
Yes, sir.
So we'll definitely check it out. Boba Fett's on Disney Plus every Wednesday. So check it out.
Every Wednesday.
All right. So speaking of Disney Plus, let's go on to number 7. And we'll say She-Hulk and Moon Knight.
Oh yeah, I seen that they had a teaser out for Moon Knight. We're supposed to get a trailer tomorrow.
Yeah, well, we got like a decent trailer. I seen one already. Okay. I also seen one for She-Hulk. Okay. Moon Knight looked pretty cool. It's different. It's gonna be
different. Both of them are gonna be different.
It's gonna be like a detective type show, I believe, but with like a twist. Then they're gonna have She-Hulk. She-Hulk looked really cool. They already showed Mark Ruffalo.
Yeah, I was gonna say Mark Ruffalo's in it. He's gonna super involved.
We don't know if he's gonna be like every episode, but he's definitely gonna be in a few. And we're gonna see her powers and stuff.
Yeah, apparently they're gonna try to take Hulk to another level in the MCU here soon, where he's like what is it, like Maestro or whatever the heck his name is, or I don't know. It's like the Hulk to where it's like he's older looking and he like gets rid of Bruce for a little while.
Oh, okay. I know what you're
I
talking
forget
about.
his name
He
or
has the
whatever.
beard and stuff.
Yeah, he's got the beard and stuff like that. So supposedly that's where they're gonna try to take him to the next gig because they
I
need
guess
Hulk
we'll
to
see.
mess stuff up, man. Like
Yeah, no, that'd be cool. But I mean, like, I feel like this is gonna be the She-Hulk show. It's gonna be her show.
yeah.
She's gonna be messing stuff up. He's gonna help her along the way. He's gonna show her her hulkiness and
Hmm.
how to harness it because she's gonna be going back and forth.
Well, he's gonna talk about how he's gonna go from Professor Hulk to Mark Ruffalo again. You know what I'm saying? To David Banner
Yeah,
again or whatever. So, there's gonna be that they're gonna have to explain. So, all these things are just like little niches into the MCU that they're giving us to where like they can plug and play anybody at any time, like with the movies and TV shows. It's crazy,
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, it's crazy too. And you know what? It's funny too, because like you said, David, and I'm thinking, I'm like, it's David or Bruce. They used both names, but they
Oh, do
didn't
they?
use it for the
Oh, it's
MCU.
Bruce. It's
Yeah,
Bruce. It's
it's
Bruce.
Bruce. Yeah, but they did
Why did I
use
say
it for
David?
because they used it for the show, the television show
Oh,
back
was
in the
it?
day.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his name was David Banner. Yeah,
Oh, that's weird that I
yeah.
said that.
They switched
I
it.
actually did watch not too long ago some old Hulk episodes. Maybe that's what
Yeah,
came up. But yeah,
that
Bruce.
could be. Yeah, that old show, that old movie that they had with him and Hulk.
Mm-hmm.
Not Hulk, with Thor.
Okay.
Hulk versus Thor. I don't know if you saw it. They had like the death of the Incredible Hulk.
Okay.
It was this movie, and it was beat because what the death was Incredible Hulk, that movie.
Mm-hmm.
He jumps out of a helicopter and just falls,
That's it, huh?
and then he just died. Yeah,
Huh.
that was it. That was it. He could do all this cool stuff, but he just falls out of a
That's
helicopter
it.
and
Heights,
dies.
bro. He can't fall and
Heights.
hit impacts.
Heights. But Thor was cool, like it was a pretty funny one for the old ones, like
Yeah.
they tried back in the day. They had a Fantastic Four movie
Oh
that's
yeah, I
it's pretty
remember
hard to
that one.
find, but it's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Then they had a
They
Spider-Man
had a
movie back in the
Spider-Man
day
one.
too.
Yeah.
They had a Captain America, they had Punisher with
I
Dolph
remember Captain
Lundgren.
America.
Like, like they tried. They tried. Now, I don't think it was the fans' faults. I think it was the movie theater's faults because
It's just the medium and everything, you got to
it,
figure.
well, a lot of people blame the fans because they're like, oh, well, people weren't into movies like that back then. That's not true.
Well, that's not
People
true.
love comic book stuff,
But
and those were your fans that actually watched it. Maybe they didn't go out in droves to go see it. Well,
yeah.
that's because like you didn't really put the money behind it. You only gave it
I
cash.
feel nowadays, the demographics for comic books and movies are a little bit different than they were back in the 60s and 70s where you only had dudes kind of reading them. You're throwing Chris Hemsworth and Chris Evans in there. Now it's like,
Yeah,
okay, well, now you getting male and female wanting to go see it, and everybody has their person that they like, and
yeah,
stuff like
no, that's
that. So
true.
the demos just go bigger, man. Like, so, there's eye candy in there for everybody.
Sure. No,
So
I get it. I get it. But it's funny to me that Blade was the one that slipped through and got everybody into the MCU and really like pushed the MCU forward, like because right after Blade was X-Men,
yeah,
like, and it wasn't really X-Men didn't hit super hard, but it did hit hard,
the first one for sure. The
like,
first one and the
yeah.
second one, bro, like for real.
Yeah, but it was because like Blade paved the way,
Yeah,
like, and now we're getting a Blade reboot, requel, whatever you want to call it. It's definitely a reboot, and
yeah.
he's going to be fighting Deacon Frost.
It's gonna be good though, man. I think
Like
it's
it's
gonna
going
be
to be
really good.
cool. Wesley Snipes is like on somehow
He's like a
either as a
producer or
writer or
something like that.
producer.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And
I think
he's
he's got a
helping
couple
with the
credits.
train. Yeah, he's helping with the training and what would Blade do? Because he invented literally Blade outside of the
Blade
comics. So
style for
yeah,
sure.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, his fighting style, his attitude, like the comics you can only read, you can only put it on page for so much, like he brought it to life.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, his lines were cool, so we'll see how it goes. But I'm excited for Blade. But all right, speaking of horror news, let's talk about the Nightmare on Elm Street house, man. So
Dun,
the
dun,
Nightmare on Elm Street house
dun.
in California just sold for $3 million.
Ooh.
Now, this is the house that they had just the front of.
Mm-hmm.
The rest of it was a set. You
Did
know,
they
it
do the
wasn't.
backyard? I thought they had the backyard.
They might have had like a hallway or a
Okay.
backyard or something like that in there, but you know, the main thing is the house is not, you know,
Yeah,
inside
yeah,
what
yeah.
you think it is.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's just the outside. And I mean, it's cool. Somebody should make it like a Freddy museum, I think,
Sure.
because you're constantly gonna have people going by trying to take pictures and stuff like
Mm-hmm.
that. And I
All the
mean, like,
time.
come on, make some cash. I don't know. Let the house pay for itself. That was $3 million. Come
There
on,
you go. Yeah, I was
you
gonna
know?
say the Home Alone one went up about a year or two ago for probably around the same $2-3 million or whatever.
Right.
But I had read something and they showed pictures because like the people who had just had it, they literally like remodeled the whole entire side. Like you couldn't tell, you could tell on the outside. They left the outside the same. But when
Sure.
you go in, all that tacky wallpaper is gone. It's all hardwoods. All that carpet's been replaced and stuff like you couldn't even tell on the inside that it's the same
Yeah.
house. So, but it's a big ass house, so
Yeah. No, that's crazy. All right. So in sadder news, we got Bob
I
Saget
know
unfortunately passed
we lost
away.
another national treasure this past week, man.
We
The
lost
week before,
Betty White. She was America's grandma,
yeah,
and a lot of people are saying we lost America's dad with Bob Saget.
that's right, man. Danny
Uh,
Tanner, America's Home
yeah,
Videos,
yeah, he did a lot of stuff, man. He
did a
was really
lot of
funny.
stuff, dude.
Did some voiceover work and stuff like that as well. He always got his roast is pretty funny. I
The
believe it's
roast
on
is hilarious,
Paramount.
dude. Yeah, for sure.
You could check it out on there. Definitely sad, like to see him go. His comedy was awesome. He was a
He
great
was only
guitar player.
65, man. That was
Yeah,
kind of young, dude. Now obviously he always had his bouts with substance abuse and other crap along the years or whatnot. But I felt like the last couple of years he's been kind of doing really good. He was on tour. He was in Florida,
yeah,
at the time that happened, and his last couple stand-ups were really funny. I know he connects with like Adam Carolla and all them on their podcasts and stuff like
yeah,
that. So it stinks. He's a comic legend. For years and years, I grew up on him with Full House, and like I said,
yeah.
America's Funniest Home Videos. We used to watch it like every Friday, or
That's
whenever
right.
the hell it was on, Friday or Sunday or something like that.
Yeah,
It was like a
it's sad to see
staple
him
in our
go, man.
house. So
Yeah, well, that was part of like the whole like what is it like the TGIF thing that
yeah,
they
yeah, yeah,
had
for
going
sure.
on, ABC or ABC,
Maybe see something like
So
that. So yeah, it's definitely sad. Hopefully next week we don't have another one of these.
yeah,
We had
no
what
more.
we had Madden, and we had Betty White, and we had
Yeah,
Saget. Dude, that's
we had a
crazy.
America's gym teacher,
Yeah.
basically, or like coach,
America's
you know.
coach, America's
You had
grandma.
America's grandma, now America's dad.
Man,
I don't know. Don't take anybody next.
I don't know. We need to start a Deadpool apparently.
Yeah.
But sucks about that. I believe I'm sure he's got kids and shit like that, right?
Yeah.
I'm sure. So
Yeah, he does. He has 3 girls.
that shit sucks. But
Yeah,
and
it's
he'll
sad.
be remembered, man. And you know what? 20 years from now, people still gonna be watching fucking Full House,
Oh, I'm
bro.
sure.
They're still gonna be watching America's Funniest Videos, bro.
Well,
Like
they should do like a special or
he's gonna
something.
live in like infamy forever. Like
Yeah, they
so.
like did Fuller House, and Fuller House was such a success.
Yeah.
And like I know that they ended it, but I don't know why they ended it. The show could have kept going if they wanted to. Like there was
Mm-hmm.
no real reason, or there was nothing even in the show to like end it like that. So it'd be nice to like, bring it back for another season or something, say goodbye, whatever, like so some memories, or just do a special,
Yeah.
like HBO has been crushing it. They did a Friends one, they did a Harry Potter, how about give us one more?
Yeah, for sure. If
No,
I'm not
give us a Full
mistaken,
House.
he directed Half Baked, didn't he?
Oh, I'm not sure.
I know he's in Half Baked. I think he might have directed, but anyway, he was a good director as well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely sad to see him go. But all right, so on to some lighter and funnier news. We got South Park season 25
25.
hitting February 2nd on Comedy Central. That's cool. I know Comedy Central and Paramount, they have like a whole deal going on or whatever, and things are going to different stations and stuff, but it's cool that Comedy Central is the home for South Park, and get ready for this season because it's gonna be nuts. Those pandemic specials, I feel like were
Oh
nothing
my
compared to what
god,
this
dude.
season's gonna be.
I didn't even know that they were gonna do another season because I thought they were like in doing these like rando, you know,
Specials, yeah.
specials or whatnot. You know that they're gonna come out swinging, dude. It's gonna be insane because they're
It's
gonna
gonna be
make fun of
nuts.
everybody and everything, and you know they're gonna do like Garrison trying to come back as like Trump or something like that.
Yeah.
Are we gonna get a Biden character? That would be really,
I
really
don't know.
funny.
I don't know if they're even gonna do that. I mean, I don't think that they're gonna touch on the pandemic anymore. I think
You
that they
don't think
got that
so?
out of their system. I think they got that
Okay.
out of their system.
What else are they
And I
gonna
think
talk
in
about?
in their world, I feel like it's done. I feel like they're gonna go puberty on us.
They're gonna make fun of Pete Davidson and Kim K and shit. Like,
I think they're gonna do stuff like that, and I think there's gonna be more story with the boys and them going through puberty and getting girlfriends and things like that, and funny situations.
oh,
Like I
we're
think it's
gonna
gonna
see
be.
the Island Boys,
Oh yeah,
South
actually, did
Park
you see that
style.
video that I sent you with the
Yeah, I
Island
seen
Boy?
that. The
Oh
guy
my
was
god,
getting
that girl
beat
was
up.
beating the crap out of him. Yeah, and that was one of the Island Boys.
One of the Island Boys, man. There was another video that surfaced this week when they were young, when he was younger. Like he didn't have the hair yet, and he like someone was like yelling at him or something like that, and he was like being punked out. So they're like finding all these videos from the Island Boys.
Yeah,
Like
that this one that I sent you was a little newer though.
it
That one
was a
because
little newer.
yeah, because they showed her. I watch a lot of TikTok. I'm a TikTok person. Is just what I do.
TikTok
You can check
guy.
me out at Fig Mob. But yeah, so I watched a video that he introduced this girl to, like, he was introducing her to like his friends and stuff like that. Like it's his new girlfriend. She was like kissing on him and stuff.
Oh
So like,
snap!
yeah, so I don't know, man. That's pretty crazy. That's pretty crazy.
Well, they wanted controversy. They got it. Everything they do is controversial. So, and it's only going to be a matter of time because they're under a microscope. You know,
Yeah,
so if they do something stupid,
we're gonna know about it.
we gonna know about it like instantly. So,
Yeah, those Island Boys are crazy. But enough about them. All right, so
we got
guys, if you're watching us on Twitch, make sure you give us a follow.
it.
Hit that little heart button so you know when we're going on live.
Shoot us a
Once we get
comment.
things growing,
Tell your mom
yeah,
about us.
tell your mom about us for sure. She'll like our movie reviews. If you're watching us secondhand, you can check us out on YouTube. You can say hi on Facebook, Instagram, or TikTok. The Mike and Rich Podcast.
Yes, sir. Are we done tonight? I was gonna do one more thing. Let me do one more thing.
Yeah.
Then we'll cut it out. So
Absolutely.
all right, I didn't even realize what time it was. We're gonna give you guys some extra content since there's some people in the chat
There we go.
tonight. So I just want to go over my week, man. So last Friday night, I went to sleep normal time or whatever, and I woke up like 3 o'clock in the morning, like shivering, dude. I was shivering, I was sweating, and then for like 2 days straight, man, I was like bedridden. I was like having to change my clothes every like hour or two and take a shower every hour or two. Like I got COVID like crazy, bro. Like it hit me hard, man. Like my head was hurting. Like I still can't taste anything. So this is like a week ago. So my kid ended up getting it on Monday, and then my wife ended up getting it on Wednesday, and then my mom stopped over at some point in time. She got it this week. She gave it to my stepdad, and then they gave it to my uncle and my little cousin. So this little thing,
Patient zero here.
patient zero. Apparently, that's what my wife's been calling me, bro. Is patient zero.
That's
All right,
hilarious.
so and obviously everybody's has their like, oh, maybe I have it, maybe I don't have it. You definitely know if you had it because it's definitely flu like. It knocks you out for a day or two. You get shivers, and like you shiver so much that like your body aches. Like you have all kinds
Yeah.
of muscle aches and bone aches because you're sitting there like shivering for like hours at a time. So it definitely wasn't a good time. And then on Sunday, and I mentioned this last podcast, I was like coming down the stairs and like my feet just went out from underneath me, man. And I took a tumble down the stairs. Like my back still hurts, man.
Oh
I've been
man,
taking like back pills the last couple days, and then
you got any battle
I don't
scars?
know if you can see this,
Oh,
like this
can we
literally is a
zoom in?
bruise that goes
Look at
from
that.
here all the way around,
Oh
dude. Like
man.
my whole
Yeah, I see
arm is
that. It's like
bruised.
yellow and pink and purple and
Yeah, and you can't really
jeez.
tell like really good on like video or pictures. I try to take pictures of it, but like if you're sitting here looking at it, you can clearly tell my skin is a
Sure.
couple different colors.
You gotta up
Um,
that contrast,
I
bro.
gotta up that contrast, man, so I can show my muscle definition. Uh,
Oh, Peacemaker was great.
Peacemaker, so good. So that was like this week, man, and then just going into like being sick and the family being sick, and then we had like a mini snowstorm today, and it's just like crazy, man. Like, so I'm hoping everything is like past with the sickness stuff. I still can't taste or smell anything. Like I was
You're
eating,
not down with the sickness?
I'm not down with the sickness, man. I was eating. I think my wife made eggs yesterday, like for breakfast, and I was eating it.
Okay.
And like eggs are so weird to eat when they don't have a taste. You know what I'm saying? It's just like a weird texture in your mouth,
Yeah.
and you're just like it doesn't taste like anything. It's just
What kind of eggs was it? Was it like scrambled eggs?
scrambled
Was it
eggs.
like,
Yeah,
oh,
yeah, yeah.
okay.
Like
Yeah, that'd
scrambled
be
eggs.
weird.
It was just weird.
That'd
I
be
even made
weird.
myself a hamburger, and I'm eating the hamburger, and it's just like food without taste, and its only texture is like so weird because it's just like, okay, well, it's not good, but like I still
Yeah,
have to eat it for substance. But you're like whooshing around like
true.
juicy meat in your mouth that like doesn't taste
Man.
anything.
I
It's
mean,
like,
that's crazy, but maybe that's the time too to like eat those foods that like you don't like. They're like, oh, I
but there's
fucking
no
hate
point. Yeah,
broccoli.
I
You
guess
know, like maybe
so.
like something like that,
Yeah,
like
I guess so. It
get it
just
in
doesn't. It's
there.
funny too because we've been changing my daughter's diaper. I'm a little, a little dyslexic tonight. When changing my daughter's diaper, like we don't even smell it, so it's just like it's
Yeah.
whatever.
Like walking around with it and shit.
Like,
Like
do your worst, kid. Like, like it ain't gonna phase me this week. So I'm
that was
definitely
too
looking
funny.
forward to hopefully tasting something soon. Like I don't even taste
Sure.
Listerine, right? So like I'll like brush my teeth or like wash my mouth out with Listerine, and like I don't even taste it. It doesn't even taste like anything to me. And
Wow.
like that, I feel like that's like the strongest thing you could probably get like to taste. I don't taste it at all, man. So it's like
That's nuts, dude. That's nuts.
so don't
Well,
get COVID.
maybe there's like some kind of home remedy or something out there. I heard something with like some kind of burnt cinnamon or something.
Yeah.
There's a recipe. Maybe you can look something up.
Yeah. And to throw this out there
Taste back.
just in case you guys want data. Okay. So I got me, my wife, and my daughter lives here. Okay, one of us is vaccinated, one of us is not vaccinated. We both got the same thing. Both lasted the same amount of time. Pretty much it. So it was like none had it real. I think maybe I had it a little bit worse, but I'm a big baby when I'm sick, so I really can't
Sure.
judge by that. My wife's definitely like a stronger sick person than me. She can deal with it. I'm like a big baby, like crying, like why? I'm so cold. She takes it, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah.
But that was my bout with COVID. But it took me 2 years, man. It took me 2 years to get it. I got sick in September, and I was sick for about a month, on and off. And I really thought I had it then too. But I went and got tested then, and I didn't get it. I got negative tests then. My daughter got tested on Wednesday, and she got a positive on that shit. So, and
that
she got
sucks.
sick after me. So I'm just kind of assuming I don't have the thing that says yes, you did it, but come on. So yeah, like I said, I still can't taste anything. I still kind of feel a little under the weather, but
That sucks, man.
so but going into this week, it's a lot better than going into last week.
Yeah.
Arrows in the right direction. Kids feeling a lot better. Wife's feeling a
There
lot
we
better.
go. And you got some new TV shows to fucking watch.
And we got some new TV shows. I got a lot of work to do this week, and some new TV shows to watch. So we'll be busy. So if you guys have anything you want us to watch or throw on the list, make sure to throw it on there. Make sure to give us a like and a follow and a share.
Throw in
Look
the
us up
comments
on
below.
YouTube. Throw some comments below. And we will see you guys next Sunday.
That's right. Peace, peace. Thanks for tuning in, guys.
Peace, everybody. Have a good night.